Alrighty, Thursday, November 5th, 2020, 12:35 p.m. We have a market that is up again strongly, up 1.66% on the S&P today, 34.92 and a quarter, up 57.5 points. The high of the day is 35.22 and a half. The low of the session is 34.28 and a quarter. So again, a big range. Here's what the daily chart looks like. Okay, we see that it's approaching the highs. And we will see if it ends up breaking out or not with all of the uncertainty and what's going on. In terms of the 30-minute chart, we see this huge rally from 32.25 all the way to 35.22, but again we see this roller coaster move like we've discussed, very similar to what we had yesterday, and it looks again like a good short potentially here. 5 minute, we see again similarly a breakdown right here under all the moving averages. Under 3,500, you see it broke down through all the moving averages, and 34.80 is the last one left, that red line. All the other ones already it broke through here on the 5 minute. And then on the 1 minute, let's look at that one. We see again, oh wow, what a roller coaster, huh? Now we do see that it is going above these averages right now on the 1 minute chart. It is above 34.95 right now, 34.95 and a half. There's some resistance at 3,500. So the question is, what are we going to do here? Okay, let's see the 30-minute again. Yeah, it is sitting again right on this blue line. It has bounced back off of this blue line multiple times. Every time it hit this support, you see those three lines over here. These, right? Not the blue one, but above the blue there's three lines that are kind of together. So you see that every time it hit it, got close to it, bounced back, went under it, bounced back, bounced back. So the question right here is, what are we gonna do? We see right now potentially, yeah, this could be a good short. We will see. Well, let me get back in a few minutes or so, maybe less or more, and let's see where we'll get in. All right, we're back. 12:46 p.m. Thursday, November 5th, 2020. Election week, still uncertainty. A lot of uncertainty about what's going to happen with the economy, with COVID, with who's going to be our next president, with court cases, and where that's all going to go. And there's so much uncertainty right now. But the market has been rallying mostly in a roller coaster kind of way. The market is higher substantially. It is above 3,500 now at 35.01, up 66 points, up 1.92%, and we have a high of 35.22 and a half and a low of 34.28 and a quarter. So, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go long. We're gonna buy the market. We're just gonna buy the market here, and that's the story. So let's go in. Okay, we just bought the market at 35.02 and a quarter. Okay, and let's look where we're gonna put our stop. We'll put in our stop at 34.86. 34.86 will be our stop. Okay, so let's do that. Let's put in our stop. Okay, 34.86 is our stop. 34.86. You see, and that's what it's all about. It's not about whether you don't have to be biased. That hey, I have to go long, or I have to go short, or I have to think the market's going to go up or down. The market's going to do everything. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. It's going to go sideways, and that's the beauty of trading over the short term, over a 24-hour session, is that you don't have to go one way or the other. You go with whatever you think provides the greatest opportunity for profit, and where you can control the risk, and try not to overtrade. I mean, that's our strategy. And we look at different technical levels and resistance and momentum and where the market's going and averages and patterns. And it's an art, not only a skill, to make money in the market consistently over time. So we did go long, okay? The reason we're going long is that it seems that there is a lot of strength to this market right now, and every time it's hit the blue line you see here, okay, it's always been, it's been bouncing off consistently, even though it's been a little bit of a roller coaster situation. And just the way the market's moving, I mean, I'm looking at all the different averages, and I was potentially looking for a short like we did yesterday, but looking at the technicals, I feel today might be a little bit of a different pattern, at least right now, this part of the day. So I'm going long, and now you see the 5 minutes about to cross all the moving averages, as you can see, and then that would confirm the long bias, and then testing of the highs. You see the daily chart, we are above all the averages. We sliced through them yesterday, pulled back, and significantly from the highs, which we did go short, and we were on the right side. But right now it looks like we're rallying. The market wants to go higher, even though there's so much uncertainty, and I think we have a long path ahead of crowning the new president of the United States. I think whatever happens, it's not going to happen right away, and we're not going to get political. Love or hate this whole situation with the mail-in ballots. That's not our discussion, but definitely, without a question, the mail-in ballots are causing a lot of headaches and a lot of controversy, and there's a lot of questions if ballots were discarded or not, or if there's fraud, or if Trump is now going to sue a lot of the states, the people, whatever, that were in charge of the ballots, because there's a lot of questions. But anyways, the point is that there's a lot of uncertainty, and that creates trading opportunities. I mean, the market might be going up right now, but there is going to be a lot of volatility in the coming weeks and months, and as we close out the new year. What really primarily drove the market yesterday, from what I understand, was healthcare. A lot of the healthcare stocks have been very strong. Today, we're just seeing a really big rally. I mean, I'm looking at my tickers, and every stock I look at, is basically up, 6 points, 3 points, 9 points. It's just really, really strong moves in a lot of different stocks. Netflix is up 13.45 points, and it's just a really strong market overall today. But again, we're going to be nimble, and if the market starts to give us signals of it's time to get out earlier, we won't wait for a stop. Obviously, we'll get out if we feel that the technicals have changed. But right now, we're looking really, really comfortable with all this. And another moving average another time frame that I just added, which I really like to look at and I think is really good, and I have for a long time, is a 10-minute chart, where each candle is a 10-minute each candle is a 10-minute time frame. And you can see here, every time it hit the red line, it bounced. Every time it hit those three lines, the blue line, it bounced, and it's been trending up for quite a while. So that is another reason that I felt we needed to go long, since we've held above all of these moving averages. In the last half hour, we went under them slightly, and now the market is again rallying back up. and attempting to go to those highs. So that's the story. We are long right now. The 1 minute chart, we see this blue line that's a little bit of resistance. Let's see if we take it out. It looks like we are going to take it out, and then we have the red line, and then it's smooth sailing to the highs potentially. Okay, so that's the story. We're long now, and we will see where the market takes us. Alrighty, it is Thursday, November 5th, 1:12 p.m. We are long, but it looks like we're getting a little toppy here. If you look at the last three candlesticks, so we are watching this closely for potential exits. And let's look at the 1 minute chart so you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. Here, you see it's kind of looks like it's sort of building this top at 35, let's say 12 and a half or so, and like 35.09. You see it's kind of like building this top here, so we need to go and take out the 35.13 level solidly for me to stay comfortable with this long. If not, if we start breaking under around 35.09 or so, I would want to get out of the long and go short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop to 35.08.75. Okay. Actually, we'll do 35. That's fine. 35.08.75 is good. So we're going to do 35.08 and 3/4 stop. We're going to be locking in our profits at this level. Here you go. 1 second. The stop is in 35.08 and 3/4. We are up on the day, and now we're locking in the profits on this trade. Okay, we sit at 35.10.5 right now. Again, it looks a little bit toppy here. So let's see where it, actually, I don't like the way this is starting to break down. Okay, so we may get, hold on. All right, let's leave that in. Okay, let's see what happens. All right, that was quick. We just got filled. We are out of the market. Okay, we're up 1.04% so far. And we got filled at 35.08 and 3/4. And we are going to go short right now. The market looks like a great short right here. I was expecting to go short initially, but it wasn't time yet. And we did make that little profit. And now we're going to go write it down, hopefully. So here we go. We are short at 35.08 1/4. Okay. Yep. Wait, 35.08 and 3/4 is where we got out. Hold on, let me just make sure. Okay, no, we're short at 35.08 1/4, and we got out at 35.08 and 3/4 on the other trade. Okay, now in terms of our stop, the beautiful part about this is we can have a tighter stop now, because, like I said, if it breaks above 35.12.5 or so, we wouldn't want to. We wouldn't want to be short, and we would be comfortable with being long. So let's look at the 5 minute right now. Yep, you see that nice top. It looks like it just built. So let's see, what is this level? It looks like 30. Okay, we're gonna put in our stop at 35.14.5. Okay, we'll leave it a little bit of room above the level that we needed to break, just in case. It is a volatile market, so we'll put in 35.14.5. 35.14.5 will be our new stop. Here we go. Let's put that in. It is in, and let's see where it takes us. Alrighty, I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. 1 second. Let's get rid of this one. Alright, I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Okay, so we are short. We got out of our long and we went short. 1:18 p.m. Thursday, November 5th, 2020. We have a stop at 35.14 and a half. Right now we're at 35.09 and a quarter. Here is what the 5-minute chart looks like. Here's the 1 minute. Let's look at the 10-minute chart. Okay, and that is the story. All right. Alrighty, we are 20 minutes away from a Fed decision. Here is where the market is. We are at 35.14, right next to our stop. We did, as you know, go short, and the market has rallied up to about 35.14 and a quarter. So far, our stop is still in at 35.14 and a half. And this is what the chart looks like. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. And you see what's going on here. Let's look at the 30-minute. Okay, and let's look at the 10-minute. Okay, so that is the story there. In terms of the market, I mean, there's a lot of, somebody really smartly said that it's not so much about the market going up or down, even though they say, a strong wave lifts all boats. So 3 out of 4 stocks tend to move with the market. But we have been seeing a lot of, diverse action going on in the past few years, as opposed to the past, where it's being led by sectors up or down. So someone correctly said that it's not so much the market per se only, but it's also about which sectors are going to move higher and which sectors are going to sell off, depending on what the final outcome of the presidency is, which can be a whiles ahead. There's a lot of uncertainty. Very interestingly, they announced that, Trump was winning significantly until the mail-in ballots came time after time, and then all of a sudden his lead narrowed dramatically, or he even lost the lead once the mail-in ballots came in. And do you know if those are dead people voting, or they're multiple voting, or what kind of scrutiny do we have to ensure the integrity of the mail-in votes? And Trump saying that there was fraud, definitely, and he's going to sue. But in terms of others, they're saying that, there's no proof, and he's the only one so far coming out and saying that there has been fraud in terms of, of course, there's people on Trump's side and so forth, and legal advisors, but in terms of the people that make the decisions, there hasn't been yet, from what I understand, a formal investigation into what's going on with if there was actual fraud and so forth, and any proof. But it's really highly suspect, in my humble opinion. Again, not about being political. It's about, how do you know whose ballot it is, and if they actually signed off on it, not signed off, if they actually were the ones that did it, and there were so many ballots that were lost and found elsewhere, and then you have people that have been dead that are voting or voting multiple times. So there's a lot of issues that's been going on. So we will have to see how this all plays out. But yeah, it's more of a market of different sectors, where some sectors are strong and pull the market up, and some sectors are weak and take the market down, and it's kind of like a lot of forces going on in the market. So, it's not only will the market go higher or lower, it's also about which sectors will go higher, and will those sectors pull the overall averages higher or lower from where they are. So that is the story there. In terms of the S&P 500, if you look at what are the weakest companies today, you have HBI, you have INCY, you have BIIB, you have Anthem Health is down strong today. So some of the healthcare seems to be down. Lilly is down significantly. They're both down over 2%. So yeah, we see a lot of weakness in the healthcare today, but yet what's strong and has been pulling the market, it seems, is technology. Qualcomm's up 13.41%. We have, Dow Chemical has been up, Applied Materials. So yeah, it's a little bit of a tale of different sectors. Anyways, the story as it stands now is we are still in the trade. We have our stop at 35.14.5, and we have a rate decision imminent, and that's what's going on. Alrighty, it is 2 p.m. And it is Thursday, November 5th, 2020. We were just stopped out of the market. The Fed left rates unchanged, and here in terms of our orders, we see that we bought back at 35.14.5. So now we have two trades, and we have the final trade of the day. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go long. We're going to go long. 1 second. And that will be the final trade. If we fail to... Well, either way, once we get out of this trade, we're done on the day. So that's the story. Here is our final trade. We're in at 35.14.25. We are long. 35.14.25. And in terms of our stop, we're going to put in our stop at 35.04 even. So we're going to put in our stop at 35.04 even. That's going to be our final trade of the day. 35.04 even. And yeah, that's the story. So we will see where the market takes us. I mean, let me just get in here. Yeah, 35.04 is our stop. And yeah, I mean, the market looks like it's going through some levels here, which would be quite encouraging for a rally for the rest of the day. But we will have to see. And again, this is our final trade. So yeah, you see we're above all the averages on the 5-minute. Getting ready, it looks like, to go straight to the highs. Nothing holding it back on the 5-minute. On the, let's get the hourly chart. Also above all the moving averages, ready to go to the highs. Let's look at the 30-minute. 30-minute also above all the averages. 1-minute chart. Also above all the moving averages. Yeah, I mean, we do have some resistance at around 35.20, 22.5, but yeah, it's above all the moving averages. And then the 10-minute chart. Yes, again, the 10 minutes, see what happened? It hit the 34.90, 3,500 level. It hit that support and then bounced above, and now it's also above all the moving averages. So that's our final trade of the day. We will see where it pans out. I mean, there could be volatility because it's after a rate decision, but the market seems to be going up in the face of massive amounts of uncertainty. So let's see where it goes. Alrighty, it is 3:16 p.m. Thursday, November 5th, 2020. We sold one of our contracts at 35.1725. So we are out of one of our contracts, and we are still in 4, and the market has come down. I guess this is the down move we were expecting, huh? It's sitting on the blue line, so we'll see if it bounces off of it. We have about an hour left. So yeah, let's replace our stop order. We have a stop order at 04. So we have 5 of them. We're going to change it to 4. Okay, we're going to have a sell stop at 35.04. Okay, let's ensure that that's in. Let's look at the market here. The market is at 35.0725, 35.06.5. We do have a working stop at 35.04. And yeah, let's see where it goes from here. Let's see if it bounces or not. All right. Alrighty, it is 3:56 p.m. Thursday, November 5th, 2020. And this is what's going on. So we were stopped out of our final 4 contracts at 35.04 even. We're down 1.2% on the day. We are down $1,837.50 today. Let's look at what the chart looks like. Here we have the 30-minute chart. Okay, and let's look at the daily first. So here you see we are attempting to go towards the highs of the year in terms of the chart pattern, and a significant break above the highs with volume could start a new bull market, but we will have to see what happens in the coming weeks and months. In terms of the 30-minute chart, we see that we've had a very big up move from 32.25 to 35.22 and a half highs, but very roller coaster. I mean, you see these big down moves. I mean, one of these moves is like 100 points. It's like the 1,000 points on the Dow. So a lot of roller coaster up and down movements, which creates opportunities in the short term. In terms of the 5-minute chart, here you see, roller coaster, up and down, up and down. So very volatile, even though the market is strongly higher. It looks like most of that up move was when the market opened up. It opened up higher, and then it's just been like really roller coaster up and down. If you want to look at the 1-minute chart to get a better idea, here you go and you see what is going on here. Very, like I said, very roller coaster-ish. And let's look at the 10-minute, last but not least. And again, we see the support consistently has been holding up. Every time it hits it, it goes back up, and now it's again testing the support. We were stopped out, so we'll have to see where, what opportunities are presented tomorrow. So that is the story. Thursday, November 5th, 3:58 p.m. We are down on the day, like we said, down 1.2%, and P&L on the day is 1,837.50 is the loss on the day, gross. And then in terms of our equity, we're at $153,268.60. Alrighty, good night and see you guys tomorrow.